Okay, I just want to take a couple minutes because we've been working on transition quite a bit, and we are working on sort of a secondary and tertiary levels to our transition. In the past, I think you guys have gotten the primary crux of where we're at on transition, but there's a few nuances that I want to talk about, and things I think that we're struggling with, and then also a few things that we're building on too, right? So this portion of the transition, we're talking about made shot transition. So the ball goes in, and these are just small details, but they're so critical. If you happen to be 5 and the ball goes in, we're trying to catch the ball as it comes through the rim before it hits the ground. And as soon as you grab it, 5, as soon as your foot hits out of bounds, you're already looking to make the pass. So this happens to you guys in practice sometimes. 5 gets the ball and he's here, and 1 is here, and 2 is over here somewhere, right? So you all need to see the same thing that 5 sees. As soon as the ball goes in, you see it go in, you need to get to your primary spots, right? Free throw line extended, 1 is catching it here. Sometimes in games, 1, you kind of get yourself stuck down here, and that's exactly where the defense wants you to get it. So let's just back up a second. 5, if it takes a long time, if the ball bounces twice, 5, and we're getting pressure, it almost negates our transition, because then the defense has a chance to set up in their press, right? So that's why this is so important. So you get it, as you get the ball, you're looking back for 1. You might actually hit 1 on his way there. All right, so we're trying to get the ball here to free throw line extended for the first pass. So 1 would have his back to the sideline here, and so he can pivot and look down court, because you might have 3 already down there, and defense is all stuck here. They're not back yet, right? All right. So we get the ball to 1. As this pass is being made, 2, you have to position yourself here. Avoid that 2, trying to get across that side of the half court, and avoid this. This happens a lot to us in the game, where the pass is made here, 2 comes here, and 2 starts backpedaling to get to his spot. And here's what happens. We can watch video after video of this. If you're here and you're backpedaling away from the ball, a defender's going to step in and intercept this pass when it's made, because you're opening the distance, you're spreading wider instead of closing down. So we want you here. We want you already there. So when 1 rips, remember 1, you're going to get the ball, rip and look. You're not going to get the ball and dribble. Same thing with 2. To makes that pass of 2. 2's going to get the ball and look. And by the time this happens, 3's making a beeline down here. And about the time he gets to this volleyball line, making a hard cut right across here. So the cut comes from up here all the way across to the low block. And if you're not there, if you don't have the pass low block, you're going to come all the way through. Okay? So this is what happens to us in our transition. Julian's very good at this. He's got this down. But other people who come in and run this typically come down way down here, and then they come all the way across here. And by the time you come all the way down there, it's too late. This is already materialized. And this is one of the hardest jobs. You have to be moving fast. And you cut across here, or they cut across and just stay, or stay over here, right? So everyone has a critical role in this, in a made shot transition. 5 has to get it quickly. 1 has to be in the right spot. He has to turn and rip and look. 2 has to turn and rip and look. This also happens to 2 a lot of times. 2 catches the ball and turns and dribbles immediately. And what happens is a defender steps up. 2's got his back turned to the defender, and he turns to dribble. And he turns to dribble. I got a defender right there. And we either travel or turn the ball over there. Huge problem, right? So you have to make sure your back's to the sideline too. You turn and look, and you're looking for 3 screaming down the sideline, and you get up. It's actually a little bit higher. It's almost, let's switch hands here. It's almost here, and you're cutting across to that low block, right? All right. So 2's going to make maybe 1 or 2 dribbles here. If this is open, this is our first option. If this is open and there's no defenders here, we're going to make this pass for a layup. 2, 3. Okay. If 3 isn't open, 3 comes screaming around down here and he's not open. He has to come all the way through. So 2, as he's making those 2 dribbles, so make sure you come all the way through. Don't get stuck halfway there, 3. Come all the way through, and then we're going to make that pass. While all this is going on, 4 is our rim runner, meaning you're running from this rim to that rim. Don't go over here. Don't go over there. Don't go down in there. You're running from there to there. Just stay there kind of patiently. 5, you're always coming in here to help out in the event something happens here, your safety, and you're going to start making your way down. But early on, you're back here to help out, right? And so we got 5 and 1 now coming down the lane. 5, you can actually start to fill this lane too if you want over here. All right. So first option is pass to 3 and 3 scores. If that pass isn't there, now we're getting into a secondary type of transition. 3 is going to come all the way across. 2 is going to make the pass, and everyone's moving down. And then 2 is going to cut to the basket, looking for the pass back on a layup shot. Okay. Now 2, if that's not open, you have to clear. You got to get out. All right. All right. As this is back up a second, the pass is made to 3 and 2 cuts. And if the pass isn't there for 2, this is where 4 does a butt cut. So 2 clears, and as 2's clearing, 4's coming right off 2's butt. Right? That's the butt cut. Cuts across here, and then here comes the rim runner 4 to step in to look for this pass for the layup. So he's going to clear. Now 4, if that's not there, here comes 5 and 1. If that's not there, I think we said last night, we're probably not going to get this deep into our transition, but if it's not there and you don't see it, you can, and he don't make the pass, you can always step out here. If the ball's here and you come off the butt cut. So zoom in a little bit, my manual zoom. You come here to make the butt cut, and because remember, 2 made the pass, 2's cutting through, and then you come here and it's not there, you can't get the pass, just step out here. If he's got a man on him, set a screen, and let now 3 drive to the basket. We probably won't get too much deeper than that, right? Those are probably our primary, so we'll just stick with that for now. We didn't get too fancy. All right, hopefully that made sense to you guys. So let's walk through it one last time. Okay, shot goes up. As soon as it goes through the basket, 5's turning and looking. He's looking for 1 at free throw line extended. As all that's happening, 2's making his way to this side of the half court, not backpedaling away from the ball, always able to come back to the ball to close the distance so we get a good pass. 4 starting to make his rim run. 3 is getting down court and is starting to cut across here. 1 turns and rips and looks, makes a good pass. Make sure there's no defender there. If there is a defender there, 1, just push it to the middle. If they already have someone there, just push it to the middle. And then 2 would kind of come down. Right? 2 catches it, turns and rips. Doesn't dribble right away, turns and rips and looks. If you might have to take a dribble or 2 to get a good angle of pass. We're trying to hit 3 on this shot there. If not available, 3 comes all the way through. The pass is made. Everyone's starting to move down. Pass is made from 2. Then 2's going to cut to the basket. If that's there, you're going to pass to 2 and 2 will score. If not, 2 clears. As 2 is cutting and clearing, here comes the rim runner, 4, looking for the same layup. These guys are clearing out. If that's not there for you, you're going to come and set a screen here. And then we're going to try and get this dribble drive. Okay? There you go. That's basically it in a nutshell.